My dog Phoebe barks at anyone with a high visibility jacket on and goes into panic mode. She's a rescue dog, so therefore she thinks there might be something in her past which has triggered this.
Okay, so high visibility jackets and the problems around it are not uncommon. Dogs are to a large extent colourblind, but they can still discern certain colours, and I would, not being able to know exactly how it appears to a dog, but it's clear that they have something there that within that colour range which they find difficult to cope with. A slightly left field thought is that you actually try to get hold of some high visibility clothing, and that you spend some time with the dog desensitizing it in a more controlled environment. Now that could either be, and these are thoughts for you to consider rather than this being a definitive approach, but if you were to wear that high visibility clothing and then to spend some time with the dog, then naturally, because the dog knows you, it would gradually erode, as I often say, that sort of anxiety towards the colour set itself. Then once you think that's been largely addressed, you could ask a friend to come to the property. The nice thing is that you would be expecting them. You could have your dog on a lead. You could try some good old-fashioned distraction training using food, and just to sort of organically go with the flow on that and to see how well your dog settles down. At least on that sort of method, you're able to control the situation proactively. Now you've got a double whammy really with postmen wearing high vis, because they come pretty reliably every day. They clatter the letterbox, something lands on the doormat, and the dog barks and the postman goes away. So every day they think they're doing a fantastic job. And it may not be so much a case of the high visibility, but maybe more the postman. So this is something for you to think about. Some people want their dogs to bark, but not to bark too much. So we can get into some difficult parameters in terms of, well, how much do we let a dog do a certain behaviour? But if you wanted the dogs to be all but pretty quiet, then if your postie was willing and if you were there enough times to address it, then you could, provided you feel it's safe, have some sort of positive, more calm interactions with the postman. So maybe a little pot of treats near the door and a lead near the door. So the postman arrives, lead on the dog, grab a treat, see if the postman can either just toss that treat to the dog, and you can build things up from there. So like any problem that you wish to overcome, it's a case of thinking where you are now, where you want to be later on, and the little individual chain links that allows you, or steps up the ladder that allows you to overcome that problem. As with many behaviours, it's a case of doing it gradually over a matter of weeks and months. So be prepared to spend some genuine time on it rather than looking for a very quick fix.